Hey guys, what's up? It's Rygar the Destroyer, and today we're going to be taking a look at the IG-86 Assassin Droid from the Clone Wars. This guy is pretty cool, but before we take a closer look at him, let's go ahead and take a look at his packaging. Here it is here, pretty standard for the early Clone Wars figures, and on the back it's got a picture of the IG-86 droid, and a brief description here. If you'd like to read that, you can just pause the video. And a picture of it from the Clone Wars. And then down here, it's got the other figures that were released in this wave. So, pretty standard packaging, so let's go ahead and get back to the figure itself. So this guy here stands, let's see, about 4 1/4 inches tall. So he's a little bit bigger than an average figure, which I think is appropriate for this guy. You know, seeing as he's supposed to be kind of intimidating and, you know, IG-88 from the original movies was quite a bit taller than a normal person, so I definitely think it's appropriate. And this guy comes with a pretty decent range of accessories. The first one here is the Clone Wars version of the Droid Blaster Rifle. It does come with 2 of them. Really, the only complaint I have about these guns is the color of plastic they're molded in. I wish it was like black or silver, or a black with a silver dry brush instead of this kind of blue color with the silver dry brush. I think it would have made it look less cartoony, but it's not a huge deal, so I think I'm fine with it. And he also comes with this. It's a little backpack that you can clip onto him, and you can also clip the blaster rifles into them. So that's really cool if you want them to be, you know, kind of relaxed a little bit. And as far as articulation goes, this guy is very well done. He's got a swivel in the head, he's got ball hinge shoulders, and then there's a swivel, which works on both sides, even though they're a little different. So you can swivel it all the way around. And this shoulder piece is actually floating, so you can spin it around. So that's really neat that they did that, so I'm glad they did included that. He's got a swivel waist, the same type of ball hinge for the hips, and the same type of joint where it, you know, it's got that kind of floating piece that follows it, so that's really cool. And then back up to his elbows, he's got another hinge with a swivel, and then his hands are really interesting. Okay, they've actually got a hinge in them. So he actually does clamp down on his guns, which is really cool. I'm just going to leave the rubber band on there, but they will actually kind of clamp like this, which is really neat. Then he's got the same type of hinge, or a hinge for his knee here. I wish he had a thigh swivel. That's the only thing I would really change about this figure, but he doesn't have one. He also has hinged knees, again with a swivel. So you can really get this guy into a ton of really cool poses just because he's so flexible, you know what I mean? You can get him to kick, you know, up above his own head, which is really neat. So I would say, even though this guy's not a, you know, super important character, he's probably worth picking up just because he makes a really nice action figure. So one thing I do also want to mention is they did a great job weathering this guy. I think it might be getting washed out a little bit on camera, but he's kind of a dark gray color with a silver dry brush, and then a little bit of like a copper dry brush as well. It makes him look really old and really worn and really cool. So like I said, just really minor complaints with this guy. He's definitely worth picking up if you can find him at a good price. So if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I guess I'll see you later.